must be tainted. In this video, we're going to talk about taints, tolerations, and node selectors, hence my little tainted bit at the start. So the way these work is node selectors basically allow us to select nodes, taints and tolerations allow us to taint a node and write a toleration that allows things to be deployed to that node. I'll explain that more in a few minutes. In fact, let's just do it now. We'll start with node selectors first and node names, then we'll look at taints and tolerations. So node selectors and node names are pretty much as they sound. So we can select nodes based on labels in the same way that we have selectors within deployment definitions. And we can also select nodes based on the node name. That's pretty much it. So we'll do kubectl, get nodes, and I'll show the labels. So the first thing we're going to do is select it based on the node name. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is jump over to the IDE, then we'll come back and take a look at these labels. So I'm going to jump over there now, and over here we've got this deployment. It's got nothing fancy going on. I've just copied it from the previous episode and removed the volumes and the mapping of the volume, and that's it. I'm going to leave the rolling updates in place because they will be useful moving forward, and same with revision history limit right there. Okay, so node name. How do we use node name? Well, everything we're going to do here is relevant to a pod. So it happens at the pod level. Okay, so we can say, I want the pods to sit on particular nodes. We can't say the deployment because the deployment isn't a thing. It deploys pods, as we know. So within the pod spec here, we can say node name or node selector, as you can see here. But before we do that, let's just show you an example of how this would work if I just deployed it as it is with 3 replicas. Okay, so I'll do kubectl, apply F, and we're going to do this particular deployment. Let's jump back over to the terminal and take a look at that deployment. So do kubectl, get pod, namespace learning. And we're going to do output wide, and this will give us the nodes and a little bit more. Okay, so we can see here we've got 1 on KS worker 0, 1, and 2. In fact, another better example, if I just increase this to 5, let's do that. And we'll see where those next 2 go on. So now we've got 2 on worker 0, 2 on worker 1, 1 on worker 2. How do we make sure all of them go on worker 0? Let's pretend in this scenario that my deployment requires a GPU, or maybe worker 0 has even more CPU and RAM than any of the other nodes. That's the scenario we're imagining here. It has something that we need, so we can target that node. Now, we could go ahead and just do node name. So we could do node name, again, within the pod spec, and I could say K8S worker 0. Now, let's go ahead and watch these. Let's see what happens now when I apply this. We'll see some of them get terminated, some of them start getting created, and I know it's getting a bit messy, so we'll just refresh that. All of them are on worker 0. There we go. Brilliant, right? That works. That does what we want it to, but what if those node names are dynamic? What if we don't define the node name, and maybe you're in Amazon or using Cluster API or Google or Azure, depending on where you're from and how you say it. Maybe we don't have the luxury of defining a node name. This is where node selectors can come in. Okay, so we might say, okay, let's delete this, for example, and we could say node selector, and we could go, let's go back over to here and go, right, okay, so Kubernetes IO.hostname is this, for example. Okay, so I'm just going to put this in quotes real quick. You won't put this in quotes. It's just because JetBrains likes to paste things funny. Okay, so that works. Okay, that will work. We can do hostname KS worker 0. And you might now be sat there going, yeah, but Drew, you just said about the hostname. You're absolutely right. But imagine how we can modify this now. So let's go back over. We know we can just label things. We've covered this before, I think. And if not, we're about to learn it. We can do kubectl label node. And we can just say that node K8S worker 0 in this case, GPU equals true. Now go ahead and just describe those labels again, or get those labels again, and we can now see we have an extra label on here that's GPU equals true. Now this becomes useful because, okay, yeah, if it's dynamic, that's going to change, isn't it? And all the other ones are pretty useless as well because they're all Linux, they're all AMD 64 in terms of architecture and operating system, so we can't use any of them. So we have to consider about how we're going to label nodes as they come up, okay? And in this particular case, we have this GPU equals true now on one of the nodes, only one. So we can target that particular label like this. And now what this will do, I'll just need to put that in quotes, it will say we're going to do a node selector and we're going to look for a label of GPU, and if that value is equal to true, then we'll use it. If it doesn't have the label or the value is equal to false or anything else for that matter, then it won't work, okay? It won't deploy. So let's go ahead and try and do that now. So we will apply this again, but first let's watch, see what happens. In fact, before we do that, let's just go ahead and we will comment that out. We'll reapply it just to get it a little bit of a better spread again. Okay, and there we go. So we've got them spread across everything again. Now we'll go ahead and do node selector, GPU equals true. So let me just undo that and we'll apply it again. And we'll see them all come back up on worker 0 again, but not because of the name being worker 0, but instead because of the label GPU equals true. So if we now do this, there we go. They're all on worker 0, and it's because of that label. Okay, it's because of this label here. We've said, look for a node with this label. What if I set this to false? Again, let's just comment this out. Let's go ahead and just apply this, get it spread across again. In fact, let's not apply it. Let's delete it instead. Now we'll wait for those to delete, which I think they have. Let's see what happens now when we apply it. What do you think will happen?
You pausing for dramatic effect?
This is what will happen. These pods will now sit and go, there's no node here that's got GPU equals false. Okay, it doesn't have that value. And true or false for the record, it's not a Boolean here. This is just a string. It could be GPU equals super GPU. Okay, this is what we're looking for. We're just looking for a string. And you know, what's happening here? These are just stuck in pending. Should we describe these and take a look? Oh, I think we probably should. So we'll do kubectl, describe pod, that's what it's learning, and we'll put the pod name in. And we can see here, we've got 0 of 6 nodes are available. 3 nodes didn't match the pod's node, affinity, or selector. 3 nodes had untolerated taint, which is the control plane one. So remember we mentioned that before. This basically says that a taint exists on this node and it's a control plane node. So we're going to ignore them altogether. It's not tolerated. Okay, we'll cover taints and toleration shortly. So preemption, 0 of 6 nodes are available. Preemption, 6 preemption is not helpful for scheduling. Basically, this looks a little bit kind of like, what are you talking about? Basically what this is saying is, we are looking for a label. We cannot find that label, so we will not be deploying. That is basically it. And if we just have a look, we can go up here to node selectors and we can see GPU equals false. Okay, well, let's go back here. We don't have a GPU equals false. What if a node came up though, or we labeled one as GPU equals false? Well, let's find out. So we're going to do this and we'll do worker 1. And as soon as I press enter on this, we'll notice that I wasn't watching, but these are starting to come up now. Look, these will all go over to worker 1. So that's how node selectors work. Let's start talking about taints and tolerations. Taints are the opposite of node affinity. Node affinity is a way of kind of saying, I want certain pods to be deployed on certain nodes based on certain labels. That's in a nutshell, by the way. We're going to cover it again, like I say, in the next video. We're going to cover it as part of the pod affinity and node affinity, but I'm not going to deep dive into it because I will, and I will get lost on the track of what I'm supposed to be doing here. And taints are the opposite of node affinity. They allow a node to repel a set of pods. And what I mean by that is they won't allow anything to be scheduled on it unless it meets the criteria of the taint or tolerates the taint. How do we do this? Let's take a look at the Kubernetes control plane nodes first. So we'll do kubectl, get node, and I think it's K8S CP0, I think. If I remember rightly, get node KSCP. No, that's an O, not a 0. That'll help if we do it right. Okay, yeah, there we go. So we'll output that as YAML. No, I won't output it. I will describe it. Okay, so let's scroll up a little bit and we'll see up here we have a taint. So taint here, node-role.kubernetes.io/control plane : no schedule. Now what this is saying is this node is now tainted, and unless a pod tolerates this specific taint, it will not get deployed on this node. So let's take a look down here. We've got these bunch of pods that are deployed on this particular node. Let's go and take a look at core DNS, for example. Okay, so do kubectl, get deploy, and in fact I won't get, I will describe, and we'll do namespace kube system and core DNS. Okay, so we'll read through this. Let's take a look down. It should give us our tolerations in here somewhere. I think I'm being blind. I am not being blind. I'm being very silly. It will be the pod that has the toleration. So instead of doing that, let's just go ahead and get it and output the YAML. We'll see it in here. Okay, so if I scroll up just a little bit here, we've got this toleration section, and in here we've got the effect, no schedule, and the key node-role.kubernetes.io/control plane. So that's basically looking for this key, and if the effect has no schedule, then that's basically it. Well, it does. So you got this key here. If we scroll up, there's the key, and the control plane has no schedule. That's it. So we can also set keys and values. In this case, we have a key, no value, and an effect. What that no schedule means is that you will not be scheduled to this node. It will not allow any scheduling on this node unless this toleration exists on the pod. Let's run through a few quick examples of this, right? So I'm just going to do kubectl taint node, okay? So it's a bit like the labels one. Now the labels aren't going to come into it here. So labels, when I label the nodes with GPU, they don't stop anything being deployed on that node. Anything can be deployed on those GPU nodes. All it allows me to do is target it for a pod. So I can say to a particular deployment, I want your pods So we'll go onto that node with these labels. If I deploy something else that doesn't have those label selectors on it, they can still end up on that node. There's nothing stopping that happening. It just allows me to be a bit more specific about a particular deployment going to a particular node. Okay, that's where labels come in. Taints are different. They will not allow anything on them unless they have the toleration. So we're going to taint a node. We're going to taint node K8s worker 0 with GPU : no schedule. We'll go through the key value one in just a moment. And that's it. So I'm going to do, oh, sorry, I've not put a space between taint and node. So we're going to do that. So you can't do kubectl get taints, unfortunately. That's not how it works, but we can do kubectl describe node. And we can see that taint defined on here. If we scroll up a bit further, taint GPU no schedule. Now I can go ahead and jump over to my IDE again. And again, in the pod spec, tolerations, and I can say key is GPU and effect is no schedule. By defining this in the pod spec, I can say that any pods that are deployed are allowed to be deployed on this particular node, okay? That's basically what's happening here. So it kind of prevents pods being scheduled to nodes they shouldn't be scheduled to. That's what a taint does. A toleration bypasses that taint. It says, hey, I'm allowed to be scheduled to this particular node. So let's go back to our terminal. We'll go back and do kubectl, get pod, namespace learning, and we'll watch those pods. And let's see what happens when we deploy these. So we'll do that. And oh, I need my output wide on here as well. So let's take a look. So we've got some pods going on to worker 1, some going on to worker 2, and some going on to worker 0. Well, that's pretty cool because we tainted worker 0 and stuff wasn't being deployed on it. And you might be sat there going, yeah, but this worked before. You're lying to me, Drew. Aha, well, I'm not, because I'm going to now comment this out and apply it again. And we'll see what happens. See here, terminating worker 0. These are disappearing from worker 0. They're not allowed on worker 0 anymore. They're only on worker 1 and worker 2. Nothing will get deployed to worker 0. Okay, now if I taint all the nodes in the same way, let's go and taint worker 1 and worker 2, and we will delete this and then reapply this. It'll be the same sort of thing that happened when we set a label that didn't exist essentially. Okay, so you'll see all of these are stuck in pending. So let's go ahead and just grab one of them. We'll do describe. And it will be namespace learning, spell learning correctly, and that is a deployment, not a pod. I'll get it right in a second. Here we go. So again, similar sort of error that we saw last time, but it has an untolerated taint. So the taint is not allowing it on, okay? Also, we've got this untolerated taint here for the control planes, which we know about. So it's saying 3 of the nodes have got the taint of control plane. You're not allowed on there because it's not tolerated. 3 of the other nodes have the taint GPU, and you're not allowed on there because you're not tolerating it. So let's go back again and put those tolerations in place. So we'll do this. We will apply it again, and we will see that what happened was, well, obviously it's going to deploy now. They've gone. Worker 1, worker 0, worker 2. All of them are on there. Let's just dig into this a little bit further. Okay, so I'm going to untaint these. So we untaint in the same way as we do with the label. We just get rid of the scheduling bit and the key, the value bits, and just put a minus on the end. So we'll untaint these nodes, and we will take it a step further. So I'm going to do kubectl taint node, and I'm going to do GPU equals true and no schedule. So by doing this, I'm basically saying, it's got a key of GPU, but now the value has to be equal to true. So we'll do that on worker 2. We'll do false on worker 1. And we'll do yeah on worker 0. Because, why not? So we've got 3 different kinds of taint deployed now, okay? So how can we, get around this? We can't just use this anymore. If I try and apply this, so if I just delete this and then apply, we'll see that nothing really happens. It will just sit there. They'll be pending again. So if we describe the node that's pending, or the pod, sorry, that's pending, we'll just grab that. And it will be like, well, one node has an untolerated taint of GPU equals false. One has a untolerated taint of GPU equals true. And another one has GPU, yeah. So you ain't going on any of these because you're not allowing, I'm not allowing it on here. Don't be silly. Okay. And we can see we've got a toleration. GPU and no schedule, but that's not what the taint said, was it? The taint said it's a GPU equals something and then no schedule. So you've got to be specific about the taints you are tolerating. So let's jump back over here and add what we need. So we can do value. So, okay, just one other real quick note. We can add operators, okay? So I could say operator exists. We can say this has to exist. We can be very specific about what we're doing, but we're doing a value now. So we're going to add a value on, and I'm going to use the yeah node, and this now changes to equal. Okay, so we're saying that GPU, let's just reorder this so it makes more sense. GPU is equal to yeah, and the effect is no schedule. Okay, so we've got a very specific toleration now. So if I do that again, we can take a look at the pods. And if we just give them a moment, oh, they're already up. There we go. All on worker 0, because that was the one, the taint of yeah. And that is taints and tolerations. And that's it. That's everything you need to know about taints, tolerations, and node selectors for now. As I said, we'll be covering node affinity in the next video, which will be coming up, well, soon. I do them every week, as you know. So yeah, we're going to cover that in the next video. And we'll also just cover pod affinity and anti-affinity. So rather than dragging this out any longer, I guess I better get started on recording that one. See you over there.